What else? I haven't tried any of those like boxed meals they have yet. I actually haven't even tried any sushi. I'm fucking wild. I've been here 2 days and haven't had a single piece of sushi. It's a new record for humans. Mm. The ramen I had was amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to get ramen in the morning, but I don't know because I have to get the Sendai very early also. So I probably won't be able to get ramen one more time, which sucks because it was really good. Yeah, the miso was just, it was really rich on its own. It was completely unlike what I've had anywhere else. The noodles, oh my god, I almost didn't mention the noodles. The ramen noodles were really, really good. Um, these were more like udon noodles, but this was definitely a ramen place, and I didn't get a bowl with udon noodles. I asked for the ones with ramen noodles. But they were really, really, they were a lot thicker. They had a great texture. They held on to the sauce well, and then as they soaked for a little bit, then they become a bit soggier, and it's also good. That's good too. I mean, it's still ramen. It's damn good. Um, but yeah, once you add the butter, oh my god, the butter was really ooh. It pushed it really over the edge for how rich it was, but it was so good. It was so good. It's like exactly what I needed after like just walking around the city for like a whole day. It was exactly what I needed. It really hit the spot. Um, the other food that was on my Sapporo food bucket list was the sweet cream ice cream, which was a lot pricier than I thought it was going to be. Then again, okay, ice cream's kind of pricey anywhere you go if you're ordering ice cream out. Like you go to a Cold Stone, and then you're gonna be dropping like $5 on a really small scoop of ice cream with like some toppings on it. This was 320, which then in comparison isn't that bad because it's just a cone of ice cream. Um, but it's really good. I've never had sweet cream ice cream before. It's like creamier than French vanilla. French vanilla versus vanilla, like French vanilla is already feeling a bit creamy, but that's because of the egg in it, I believe. The sweet cream ice cream was a very milky kind of creamy. It was interesting. I don't know if I'd get it again. Um, I'll if I come here in the summer, I'm probably gonna get it again. Getting it right now, I kind of felt like an idiot after doing that because I was like, God, it is so fucking cold, and I'm just putting more cold food in my body. But it was still really good. Uh, Other than that, I've honestly lived off a lot of convenience. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah, still, still holds up as my favorite Japanese chicken-related dish is yakitori. Yakitori is just so, so good. Like, oh, grilled chicken is amazing. Fried chicken is really good. But grilled chicken, when you do grilled chicken right, it is just incredible. It is so good. So I went to a yakitori restaurant as my last meal here, and that was so damn good. I got breast with, uh, yeah, they both had negi, like spring onion. So I got breast meat with spring onion, and I got thigh meat with spring onion. And honestly, breast meat I usually just get as like that, like warms you up to having chicken. Because breast meat yakitori really isn't that good, but oh, thigh yakitori is so, so good. It is so juicy. It is always grilled perfectly. It tastes amazing. You just toss some salt on that. It drives me wild. It is so good. Yakitori definitely is my favorite Japanese dish that has chicken in it. I mean, chicken katsu is great, but I've never been let down by yakitori. Another thing I just like about yakitori is it makes you feel like you're like a giant just devouring villages and livestock because you can just get like 8 sticks and just go to town. Like in this one I ordered like a single order of the breast meat and a single order of the thigh meat, and they come out with 4 skewers. And I was like, yeah, this is good. This is just like to top me off for the night. If I was really hungry, I could definitely go for like 8 or 12 maybe. But it makes you feel really satisfying if you're just tossing the little sticks into the cup. But I think that's... Oh, man, we're just going tangent. I finally just gave in and took a cab ride back from Susukino because I was not going to walk another fucking kilometer today. My count for today is, I think, like 6.8 or 6.9 kilometers. I walked a lot. Way more than I'm usually used to. Still not as much as I've done when I've traveled before, but I was like, I just want to be ready because I've got more traveling to do. I've still got a lot more ahead of me. So I tossed in for a cab. That was not too bad because the trip back was 1.2 kilometers, and the final check on the cab was 11.50. So it's about like a buck for every tenth of a kilometer, which definitely, I see why people say like, oh, cabs are expensive here. That's kind of expensive. I mean, of course, New York is still more expensive, but the difference, of course, is that Sapporo isn't New York. Sapporo is much less crowded. There's a lot lower demand for it, but still, the price is pretty damn high. Price is damn high, and I'm pretty sure they're all unionized too, so it's crazy. They keep it pretty high. But I feel like if you want to give your feet a break, which I think is pretty important when you're having like a trip that lasts longer than a week and you're only on your first day, like right now, but not only just for your physical health, it's just really mentally exhausting to just be walking everywhere and trying to keep track of all your stuff. Thank God. Oh, last tangent I'll go on is my advice if you're traveling to Japan and you're doing a lot of travel, zooming at travel by train, even if it's not travel by train, you can find like a major major train station in probably every big city. There are these lockers that you can rent, and I believe it is for a whole day. Didn't look too much into that. I just knew I was using it. Oh, excuse me. Only for today. And so there's varying sizes. There's like a small size, a very tiny size actually. There's a very tiny size, a small size, a medium size, and a large size. And I just needed to fit my suitcase into something because I'm traveling with a suitcase and a backpack. And so there was no fucking way I was going to be dragging a suitcase around with me. And thank God I didn't, walking like 6 kilometers, because that would have driven me fucking nuts. Before I could check into my hotel. So what I did was, at the train station, I just checked my bag into one of those lockers, and it comes with a little key. And then once I had done most of my walking and it was time for me to check into my hotel, I went back to the station, grabbed it, and then walked it only like 1 kilometer. Only 1 kilometer with the bag, which was pretty nice. It actually sucked. Thank God I didn't walk around with that all day. The snow was really, really irritating with the little wheels on the bag. But I don't know. I think we're finally at the end. I've run out of tangents to run off on. I'll probably start editing these together, or at least I've got to get them off my phone because I'm going to be filling up the SD card a lot with just footage that I might not even use. But this has been pretty good. It's been really fun. Just tossing Japanese at people and seeing how they react is also really entertaining. I think the nicest people I've met are people that like immediately wouldn't speak English to me, because there are some people like, because I'm a foreigner, they'll just immediately go to speaking English, and I was like, no, I want to practice Japanese. I didn't just study this for nothing. So talking to people in Japanese is pretty fun. Reading signs. I think reading signs has been probably the most useful thing. Reading signs and just even reading subtitles on TV makes it a lot more enjoyable. Because a lot of things... Oh, I do have one more tangent, fine. I think what's usually hard about applying a language, it doesn't necessarily have to be how mechanically difficult the grammar in the language is or the complexity of the words and vocabulary. I think a lot of the difficulty of it comes from how well you can focus and like go back and forth with people on what's happening. For example, like you can know all the stuff that someone's going to say, but if you're not like at least slightly mentally prepared for what they're going to say or not anticipating a response, then you may just be caught off guard and completely miss what they said to you. So I think that's my advice. When you're trying to apply what you've learned in a language, just really try to commit all your focus into that moment when you are listening and responding. Because it really matters a lot when you're still a beginner at the language. Don't really have too much else to say there. Other than that, stay nice and warm. I am excited to be out of this city tomorrow. I'll start editing some of these together, and if you're going to be watching this when I upload it, thank you for sticking through all my tangents. It has been a wild ride. Alright, goodbye.